Hello, abnormals, and welcome back to the Ministry of Abnormality. I'm your host, though Abnormal, and you would not believe how many times I've tried to start recording this video. Hopefully, this is the time that will stick. Anyway, here I am. It's been half a year. Maybe more. You know, normally most people that make this kind of thing would, about a month ago, have done their video of what happened in 2018 and you know, what am I gonna do in 2019 and all that kind of stuff. But I'm doing mine in February because I don't know, I guess I'm just different that way. Nah, turns out that the further you postpone making a video about whatever it is, the more difficult it is to do. So, well, here we are. Anyway, hopefully with this video I'll be able to catch you up on what I've been up to since July of 2018, August of 2018, and what's been going on in my life and what I will be doing in 2019. So, hey, I hope I don't bore you to death, but here we go. Okay, so I suppose the big question to answer here is, where have I been for the past half year? And some of you may know already, some of you may not. But for the past half year, I've been working as a concept artist in video games. I've been developing a video game, working full-time at a company. I'm not going to say yet what company I work at. Not because it's a big secret or because it's like some huge AAA company and nothing like that. It's a small indie company. We all work remote. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to work. But the video game is very, very early in development, and that means that there's still not a website or like any cool stuff to point anybody at. So if I start talking now about the company that I work for and anybody's curious, they're going to be disappointed by what they find because they're only going to find like an old, outdated web page with nothing on it and not really much that has to do with my work or anything like that. So I'd rather wait. You know, when there's something to show, I will definitely share it and shout it and stuff because, hey, you know, I would absolutely love for everybody to see what I'm working on, and especially I would love to get people interested and excited in the video game I'm working on. But I'm not going to mention the company yet. Still, I am looking forward to talking about working as a concept artist and developing video games because while I had done this job before, I've learned a lot of stuff that just wasn't the way I thought it was. You know, I've worked as a concept artist, but in a freelance capacity, quite a bit throughout my career. But this is the first time I've been working full-time, completely immersed in just one game and really just being a part of the game. And it's quite different in a good way. It's not like, you know, I thought this industry was awesome and I'm disappointed. No, it's actually quite the opposite. I've learned a lot and things are a lot different from how I thought, but at the same time, I've been pleasantly surprised at how different things are and how much I've been able to learn and how much is different from, you know, the point of view that I had. So this is information that I'm quite looking forward to sharing with all of you. You know, I can't violate NDAs or anything like that, but I absolutely do want to share a lot of the stuff that I've learned with the people that follow me or find me or anything like that. Mostly because there's a lot of stuff here that I think would be very useful for people that want to follow this, you know, as a career path. So that's for future videos, but I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. Now, on the other hand, why, you know, even in spite of having this job, did I just disappear for half a year? Initially, I wasn't working full time. I was working only 6 hours a day. And I also continued teaching class at the university. For those of you that don't know, I'm a college professor or a university professor. It's a little different here where I live. But I teach digital illustration at a university, and I teach classes there about 4 days a week at night. And I didn't quit that job. I continued doing that because I really like teaching, and I figure I'll still do it for a few more years. But I continued doing that, and I just kind of disappeared into my work with this video game. Initially, my plan was that I would stop streaming on Twitch, and I would just stream maybe once a week, and still be active on Instagram and Facebook and with my community on Discord and all that kind of stuff. So that was my initial plan. A couple of weeks into the job, I said, okay, maybe every 2 weeks on Twitch and the rest. But as times advanced, none of that happened. And around September, October, my job got changed to full-time, 8 hours a day. So that plus university was pretty intense schedule. And I simply abandoned everything. YouTube, not YouTube. I did abandon YouTube, but that was a long time ago. No, I abandoned Twitch. Most social media, I barely posted at all. Just really not much. Maybe a couple of posts, a few, the whole time. Facebook. And I just kind of walked away from it. It was kind of difficult, especially with Twitch, considering that I was and still am a Twitch partner. A Twitch creative partner. I should be specific about that. And that wasn't the plan. That wasn't my intention. It just kind of happened. You know how it is in life. You decide okay, I'm going to do this. And when you least expect it, years have gone by and you never did what you set out to do. That's just the way it goes sometimes. And at first, I still had that plan. Okay, I have to stream. I have to post. I have to engage. And as the months rolled by, it became not so much an issue of I haven't done this thing yet. And it became more an issue of I don't think I'm going to do this thing for a while anymore. And then at a point it became I don't think I'm ever going to do this again. And eventually it became okay, I'm going to do some of this, but not all. And that's pretty much where I am right now. My plan is I still like Instagram, and I want to post more on Instagram. I do not like Facebook, and I don't really see myself doing anything on Facebook other than just reposting art that I post on Instagram on Facebook. After all, they're the same company, so what does it matter? And as far as Twitch streaming goes, I really don't see myself going back to being a full-time streamer. I might upload the videos I do on Twitch from time to time, and maybe from time to time I'll go live on Twitch to maybe talk to people and stuff like that, but I don't think I would never say never, because never bites you in the ass. But I don't think I'm going, or at least it's not my plan, to go back to being a full-time streamer. And it's something that I decided along the way. See, at first I kind of stopped doing the whole social media thing because, I just didn't have the time. Being a concept artist for a video game company was a lifelong dream. And when I started, I just wanted to dive into it with everything I got. Whatever. And that was the reason I stopped doing social media. But then it was different. Then it was more like, wait a second, something feels better. And naturally, having a job and having this opportunity and having these dreams come true, of course, that has a lot to do with feeling better about myself and all that. But I also felt better at different levels. Now, saying that I walked away from social media and that it improved my life and my outlook and whatever, I mean, that's nothing new. We've all heard that so many times before. Just yesterday I was watching a video by, I don't know, one of the Green brothers. I know one is called Hank, the other one is not Tom. That's the comedian guy, I think. Anyway, one of them, I think John, one of those two, was posting a video about how they quit social media for a year and it made their lives better. That's really not what I'm talking about here. I didn't quit it that way. I still looked at Instagram and I still looked at Facebook and I still even looked at Twitter, even though I'm not very keen on Twitter. I even still went on to Twitch sometimes and looked at stuff. I just stopped participating. So it's different. It's not like I ignored these things. I was still there. I just wasn't posting anything. And I think that's what makes the difference. Because for a very long time, I always felt this obligation to post, to share, to show stuff. My work, mostly. I've never been one to post a lot of personal stuff on social media, but always my work and always showing my work. And I always did this with this intention of going somewhere with my work, right? But then I had the job. I got the job. I got to the place where I wanted to go. You know, I'm not saying that I'm on top of the world or anything like that. I mean, far from it. But at that point, I kind of needed to see posting on social media. I needed another reason to do it. Right? I always did it with the intention of showcasing my work and maybe having something come from it. And that something came, and I no longer had a reason to post on social media. I no longer felt the urge to share my work on Instagram because I was already busy. I already had a job. I couldn't take commissions. I just didn't have a reason. And it took me half a year to find a reason. It's very simple. I mean, right now I just want to share. I want to show my stuff. I want to share and I want to participate. But now it's not that kind of thirst, job thirst and all that kind of stuff. And I think maybe before getting the job, I was way too focused on that. I don't really know how I feel about that because, I mean, we gotta get jobs, right? I mean, we gotta work. We gotta promote ourselves. We're artists. We gotta show it. We gotta get the job. We can't stop that. We need it to happen. But at the same time, there's something, I don't know, I'm a little confused in how I feel about how focused I was on it. And I think it is possible that at a certain point along the way, I was so hyper-focused on the idea of getting work out of it that, I mean, I never stopped enjoying it. I always enjoyed art. I always have enjoyed art, and I still do, but I think I might have enjoyed it a bit more if I wasn't so incredibly focused on getting work. But then again, if I had not been so focused on getting work, I might have not gotten work. So I actually have no words of wisdom in that sense. Anyway, yeah, that's what happened. I kind of lost the desire to participate and share my work and my art and myself on social media because I lost, the reason I had for all of it had already happened, and what's left after that? What happened after that was that I started to just look at social media and Twitch, which I guess is a part of social media as well. I just started to look at it, not as a participant, not as a creator, but just kind of from outside in a way. And my conclusion was, I don't think I want to be a part of that anymore. Or at least not the way I was. Instagram, I think, is a lot of fun. You just post an image, you get reactions, you share stuff. I love looking at art on Instagram, so Instagram is fine by me. A lot of people use Instagram in ways that just are really not my way. They kind of use it as a way to share their personal lives or show themselves and stuff like that. And hey, that's fine if it works for you. It's really not my thing. I like my cats, so I show my cats, and I'll occasionally show a photo of myself just to kind of give myself a little ego boost or something like that. But I really can't. I would never be able to be the kind of person that just commits to posting a photo of myself every day, or having information about my personal life on a place like that. That's just not me. So yeah, Instagram, I just use it that way, and that's fun and all. Facebook, I really just, I don't know. During this half year, I simply do not understand Facebook anymore. And I suppose that makes me sound old as dirt. But it's true. I think I just don't get Facebook anymore. I don't understand it anymore. I see people, I see the posts that people do on Facebook. I don't know. It kind of just ruins my day when I log on to Facebook and I look at stuff. It kind of just ruins my day. And it's not even the news itself. Like, it's not even how crappy the world is or how crappy the world isn't. It's not even that. It's more the way people react to it that I find ruins my day. People posting about shitty things and then reacting without even bothering to see if they have all the information. Just not into that. Or people like doing things that they think make them a good person and then posting that on Facebook so that everybody knows they're a good person. I don't know. I just don't get it anymore, I think. And I don't see why anybody would feel the need to share some of the information that they share on Facebook, or repost news that you haven't even bothered to check and see if you got all the information straight, or anything like that. And anybody that knows me knows that I am not into political discussion or religious discussion or anything like that. But when I go onto Facebook, it's like, yep, there's my politics for today. And there's my source of, all kind of discussions that I didn't want to have for today. And then there's the person that just wants to make a post where they're talking about this or that happened to them with this or that other person. But at the end of the day, what the whole post is look how much better I am than this person. Or look how much better I am than this other person, because I don't agree with them, therefore I am better. And I don't know. I mean, I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it, and I don't like to be made to feel like I am not a good person simply because I like or dislike a movie that you dislike or dislike, or a game, or anything like that. So I don't need that in my life, and that's why I kind of, after stepping away from Facebook and just looking at it from outside, I said to myself, yeah, I don't need to be a part of this. And then there's Twitch, which was a very, very different situation. I stepped away from Twitch simply because, it was something that I did that took away from my time, and I needed that time for my job. But having stepped away from Twitch, I got to see Twitch from outside. And at first, this is legitimate, like I'm being completely honest here. I decided to subscribe to several YouTube channels that would cover like what's going on in Twitch. There are several YouTube channels that you can follow that will give you like Twitch news. And I found a channel, I'm not going to mention the name, but I found a channel that would just kind of give me the Twitch news without any kind of extra. It wouldn't give any opinions or anything like that. It would just say, this person got banned for this reason, this person got banned for this other reason, this person came back, this person did this person did that. No opinions, just the facts. And I like that. So I decided, hey, I should stay up to date on what's happening on Twitch so I can, not be out of the loop. And what happened was that stepping away from Twitch and looking at it from the outside like I did with Facebook, what I saw was, okay, I am a Twitch partner, and that's awesome. And I'm very, very proud of having been able to achieve that. I'm very, very proud of having been able to reach that goal in my life of being a Twitch partner. It's a source of tremendous pride for me to be able to say that I was a Twitch streamer, a Twitch partner. Some might even say a professional streamer. I mean, hey, I was doing it for 6 to 8 hours a day and making money off of it, so I guess you would consider that a professional streamer. But it became very clear to me that as a creative streamer, I was never going to reach a level of sustainability where it could become my full-time job. I would always have to be doing something else, something extra. I would always have to, I couldn't rely simply on having good conversation and making good art. There would always have to be something else in order for me to reach a level of success on Twitch that would allow me to make a job out of it. I came to this conclusion by just looking at it from outside, looking at the quality of the streams and the kind of people that stream and what they do and the results that they got. And I came to realize that if I wanted to be successful on Twitch to the degree that it would be beneficial to me as a profession, financially and all those kind of things, I would have to be a kind of person that I am not and that I do not want to be. I know that sounds terribly vague, but I just don't want to, I just don't want to come here and say stuff like, oh, these people did this or these people are like that, because that's just going to generate, that's just going to rub people the wrong way, and I don't want that right now. But yeah, I saw the people that are successful on Twitch, gamers and maybe even some creatives, and that's just not what I want to be, and that's just not what I want to do. So I enjoyed Twitch, but being the way that I am and streaming the contents that I streamed, which was just me drawing and having a conversation, I don't really see it going anywhere. And I don't want to go the places I would have to go in order for it to actually go somewhere. So I just don't see the point. Sure, I think it would be cool to occasionally get on Twitch and maybe do a live stream to have some direct interaction and stuff like that, but making a full-time job out of it, I just don't really see it happening. Who knows? Things can change. Things can become different. But not right now. Definitely not right now. And I do have stronger opinions regarding what I've seen on Twitch and what I've seen Twitch become. Stronger opinions that I have discussed with people that, in private conversations and such. And that I might even be willing to discuss further on when I'm back kind of getting more of a rhythm for this kind of thing that I'm doing here, for these kind of videos. But for now, let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at I don't think I want to be that. And that's that. And so finally there's the matter of my art. Like, okay, I get it. I don't want to do social stuff on Facebook anymore. I don't want to be the kind of person I would have to be on Twitch to be successful. But I'm still an artist, so why did I stop posting art? And well, I explained part of it. I explained, that whole idea of like, okay, I post art to get a job, I got the job, now what? But that's not all of it. I kind of was tired, in a way. I don't want to say I was burned out, because I wasn't, and I'm not. But I was kind of tired of just showing and showing and showing and showing my work. And since I was doing a full-time job, and I can't show any of the work that I do for that company, I said, okay, let's take a break. And here's where things didn't exactly go as planned, because I took a break from just doing personal art, which I had done for like my entire career at a steady pace, and I said, hey, let's take a break from this, a few months. And that break became half a year. And at the end of the year, I said, okay, it's time to come back. It's time to start making personal art again and posting again. And holy crap, wouldn't you believe it? It took me 2 months to get that engine running again. So far, I'm very, very, very pleased and very happy and very satisfied with how everything has turned out. My stepping away from social media and then stepping back, seeing it very different, I like that. My stepping away from Twitch and coming back and seeing it different, I like how that worked out. My diving headfirst into my job and now seeing the world of concept art and video game development in such a different way, I like that. But stepping away from my personal art and then coming back and not being able to just pick back where I left off, oh, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. There is. Let's not act as if I already got over all of that. There is a lot of mental blockage and a lot of self-doubt and a lot of insecurity. And it's weird because you think that working in the video game industry as a concept artist, I would have my ego at a level that I could just post art and say, look at me, I'm awesome. And it doesn't quite work that way. I am dealing with a lot of creative blockage and insecurity and feeling, imposter syndrome and all that kind of stuff. And well, I'm working through it. It took me several weeks to be able to create the art that you see here right now being made during this video, and I'm still not quite satisfied. But I'm going to work through it, and you guys are hopefully going to come along with me and work through this with me. Because I do still think that it's important to never start doing your own art and your own personal art. And I do think it was a mistake on my part to just stop doing it. I think I needed that break, but maybe that break went a bit too long. And maybe that break was a little bit too much of a break. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a 100% break. And well, here we are. It's difficult to go back. So, it takes a lot more energy to get something moving if it's completely still. And it's taking a lot of my energy to get back into that. But we'll discuss that in future videos. This video is just to kind of get you guys up to speed on me and my stuff. So let's talk about 2019, now that I've kind of bored you all with like almost half an hour of this. So what's going to happen in 2019? Well, I have plans. I'm not going to give anything definitive because, well, anybody that knows me knows I'm not very good at that. But my plans are to make these kind of videos where I discuss art topics. It's kind of like the videos I was doing before. The idea is that it's just a video, like a sped up video of me working on a piece of art, and I discuss topics. These are either topics I want to discuss or topics that I receive from you guys. Like if you have something that you want me to talk about, just send me the message or post it in the comments or anything like that, and I'll have topics for my videos to discuss. You guys know me. You guys know I love to ramble and rant. So, just send me whatever you want me to talk about. And I assure you, you're going to get at least 20 minutes, half an hour out of it. So, there's that. Another type of video I want to get back into making are tutorial videos. I've done them before. I enjoy making them. I also want to do them to maybe stretch out my video editing legs, which I don't even have video editing legs, but I want to develop that extra skill. So I'm going to be making tutorial videos. And I might occasionally go into the area of reading. There's a lot of public domain stories that I would love to just read and record. People that know me know that I love doing that. While an illustration maybe of that story gets created in the background. So that's a video idea that I have there, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of that too. And finally, maybe I've been toying around with the idea of doing art critique. If anybody wants me to maybe help them out with an image or needs a little bit of guidance with an art piece, I might do that. I don't really know what kind of logistics I would apply to it, like what the process would be in order to get that done, but it's definitely something I would like to try out. So if anybody's up for it, or if anybody has any ideas concerning any of those things, please let me know. Through comments, through messages, you know how to get me. Anyway, those are kind of my plans for 2019 in terms of community and, videos and stuff like that. Basically, it's all going to happen here on my YouTube channel. And I'm just going to try to be more active on Instagram and try to be more, to post more art and to do more personal art. Right now, my own personal objective is to make at least one piece a week. And it's difficult. It's difficult because, doing a full-time job that involves art, you kind of feel all arted out at the end of the day. And it's not always that simple to do. You want to do other things. You want to work out. You want to eat. You want to have a social life. And it doesn't always work out. But that's my objective, and that's what I'm going to try. So, hey, And so, yeah, that's half an hour of me ranting and rambling about my life over the past 6 months and what I've been up to. As you can see, I've kind of changed a little bit where I am. No mirror in the background anymore. I kind of changed location within my apartment. Kind of made myself a little bit of an office. Haven't fully organized it yet, so, it still needs a little bit of work. But hey, here we are. And hey, I hope I didn't bore you all to death with this video, but it is what it is. And I do hope that you'll join me in future videos where I will have actually topics to discuss and such. So, if any of you have an idea for an art-related topic that you would like me to talk about, please send me a message, comment, on social media, anywhere you want. You'll always find me as OAbnormal, so all you gotta do is look up OAbnormal and send me a message saying, hey, I'd love for you to talk about this. And that'll give me ideas. If there's a specific theme for a tutorial you would like me to create, then also do the same. Even if there's stories you would like me to read, I can't promise that I'll read all the stories that you want me to read because, well, first of all, they have to be public domain. And second, I have to like it. So it's kind of difficult there. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, I'm not going to do the whole comment, subscribe kind of thing because I don't think we're at that point yet. Let's take it slow. But it is good to be back, and I just needed to get this video out of the way. So I do apologize for the rambly, ranty, long-winded nature of it, but you just gotta get this one out, and now we can get back to making the good stuff. Anyway, it's good to be back, and yeah, that's it.